Okay, people. Hello. In the chat, we have Jens and Bowie. Hello. And Jens has been making copycatting from Planner Walk. Ahoy, 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 gentle people. And I'm trying to share the chat for cats there. So, how are you, Jens and Bowie, doing? And we have cats kindly join me today. It's been 3 years to date since the very first. It was the 26th of when the first Hades Corner video went live with none other than cats. For those watching who have no idea who you are, shame on you if you don't. Would you mind telling a bit something about yourself?
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm really impressed with the tech skills getting the. I don't know how to get the chat up like you've just done there. I'm gonna have to pick your brain on that. So, well, I'm a teacher, or I was a teacher. I'm not full time anymore, and I had a YouTube channel that kind of just debunked bad science, flat Earth, virus information, stuff like that. I've not made anything for about 10 months, maybe. So I might make a return to YouTube at some point, but that's kind of like where I come from. But yeah, I remember. I didn't realize I was the very first on the very first stream though. I thought I knew it was early on, but I didn't realize it was the first one.
It was the very first, and then second or third, and then maybe a year and a half later, and you had conspiracy cats and baldy cats, and these two channels do still technically they do exist, and the videos are still up, but those are run by different people with different names. Mr. Sensible and MC Toon as of late, they're still up.
Yeah, get them away. I was letting them rock because I've been that busy in the real world that like I couldn't. I just couldn't make the content for them, and rather than let them die, I thought I'd just give them away to people that would make really good use of them. And MC Toon and Mr. Sensible are doing a brilliant job, So really pleased with what they're doing with it. It's really good to see, like when I get a notification and they've got thousands of views and whatnot. It's nice, but yeah, they've done a fantastic job.
And then you switched from that to Culture Cats, which was a bit different then, and then you've been inactive for 10 months or so.
Yeah, it was a bit rubbish. Yeah, and then because I went to that because the idea was I'd just do something that was a bit shorter and a bit rubbish, that just for fun. That I could, because I was that busy, that I could actually didn't have to spend too long, making the videos, and even that I just couldn't fit in. So yeah, I might make a return one day, but it won't be till next year, I think. I've had quite a bit.
You've been busy with You've been busy with, real life shit.
Work mainly, yeah. Had a lot on work-wise, but and it's taken all my weekend stuff. But still, it is what it is. You've got to graft, and you can't turn work down when it comes.
YouTube says the latest Culture Cat video was 8 months ago.
8 months, yeah. It's been a while. 8 months ago,
yes. So this video is the 243rd video on this channel. So it's a lot. 243 videos is quite a bit. Recently, I haven't been live for 2 weeks because of work, mainly because my showtime is 9 p.m. UK, which is 11 my time, and I'm working. I've been doing mainly nights now, night shifts, and I start at 8 or 9, so I haven't been able to do my regular stuff, and I just haven't had the time nor the energy to make any recorded episodes, which I have done up until now. So let's see if oldest. So basically, the first now I use Streamlabs OBS desktop version, and back then I used what's the browser based StreamYard, and I was a newbie. I had no idea what I was doing, but now I've developed. Evolution happens even in living beings. Okay, so let's see if I can. Oop. Okay, so I haven't been doing things as well as I should have, but we'll take a small technical break.
We got him.
Okay, here we go. This should be better, I think. Should be. Why is this not working? Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing as of right now. Because I'm supposed to get a
I never do.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get a browser. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. There. And now let's do it like so. Can you see the video now, cats?
God, that was how long ago was that? 7 years. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
Is that when I had her?
Yeah, that's the very first one. That's the very first one. So
Before I went bald.
I think there's two new guitars that weren't there, and I've gained a bit of weight, but that's how it goes. So it's Craft Tequila was there, Borg Skeptic. I haven't heard from those people in a while, but yeah, and it has 237 views. It's one of my most viewed videos, which is quite a shame because 237 isn't that much. I think I would have hoped to get more views than I do, but I'm a small channel, so still.
It's all about do you enjoy it?
Huh?
It's all about do you enjoy it, isn't it? Like, you know, it was a fun stream, you know.
It was, yeah. I really did like it, and that is still kind of keeps knowing where I started and where I am now. I had five subscribers after a week, and now I'm up to 192, if I'm not completely mistaken. So it's progress. But should it be just for the sake of progress? I don't know, but it's still a nice progress from 0 to up until now, and I must say that you were and still are one of my inspirations for doing YouTube. We may not be here if it weren't for you. So
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but yeah. It was awful. Like you go back and you think all the people who were around then who aren't. You mentioned a few there, people like Crafty and whatnot, and I mean, I know what Craft is up to. I don't think it's for me to say, but
Yeah,
um,
I know what she's been up to for the past year or so.
yeah,
But
but
anyway,
she's not good.
it's no wonder she hasn't been very active. But regardless, I'm really happy. I had been, you know, dreaming of having a YouTube channel uh, before, but then I ended up at the Agree to Disagree channel, first on a debate and then moderating, and then that going from there, it kind of went pretty quickly, and within 2 months, I started my own channel and made it to Hades Corner and what it is now. I've learned so so much since then, uh, and with the I my main inspirations for even starting a YouTube channel in the first place were the likes of you, Simon, Dan, and Kriege Blinder, and Lloyd Evans. You probably have no idea who he is, but he's a he does videos about cults and mostly Jehovah's Witnesses.
All right. Well, leaving cults
Yeah,
and how
leaving
people
cults. Yeah, leaving cults, and
are quite into that.
exposing the atrocities that these that cults and Jehovah's Witnesses in particular do. The shunning policy, no blood policy, etc., etc. So
Yeah, cult's another one. I did a video once on Scientology and people leaving Scientology, and that was. I mean, I always got vitriolic comments and stuff on whatever I did because I was always poking fun at somebody. But yeah, Scientology. That was one of the most like vicious backlashes I had on anything I did. You know, the really very well, it's a
they're
cult, isn't it?
crazy. They're absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. Um, but that's how it goes. Once you go into a cult, it just corrupts your mind in many ways. And I may or may not do at some point the about videos about uh, LGBTQ and religion even more. Up until now, it's been just these religiously motivated uh, pieces of shitty legislation in the US and some stuff in the UK and Australia as well. Uh, it's crazy like how in some cases the for example the ABC the Australian broadcasting company equivalent to your BBC, they sent me a bunch of copyright claims for showing a clip of maybe 10 to 15 seconds. I got a half a dozen copyright claims from that, and
Did you take the video? Was it
it was
DMCA? Did you take the video down?
yeah, not DMCA, but copyright. They were claiming, copyright ID claims. They were manually sending them, and it took me a good while to get rid of these claims, which went clearly under fair use. There was
So
no
did you
doubt.
appeal it?
Yeah,
Because sometimes
I disputed those claims. I did, but they just kept coming in. Once I got rid of one, a second one came, and so forth. And I just a few months ago, I made a video about the Eurovision Song Contest. So because it was again the result was controversial, but just recently, maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, after 3 months, I got a copyright claim from a Turkish media company, claiming that I used their over a minute of their video. But when I Googled it, it had nothing to do with the Eurovision. song contest. And it's shit like this that have sometimes shaken my belief in or my faith in the system, in the copyright system.
Copyright system is well and truly broke. One of the guitar channels I follow is a really famous. I think he's got millions of subscribers,
Mm.
and he was talking about claims he had against him. And I forget what band it was. I wish I could remember. But he was talking about a song. He didn't even play the song. He didn't do a cover of the song. He just talked about the song. And then at one point in the song, he played the first chord of the song, right? I think it was a D chord. And he said, "This is what a D chord sounds like." Just played a D chord. That was it. Didn't
And
even
then
play the
copyright
riff or anything.
claimed.
And they copyright claimed him for playing a chord. And he made a video about it, and he was showing, just the endless claims he gets. But a lot of them that are putting the claims in, because you refute it and it goes back to them, and it's up to the person putting the claim in to say, no, actually, I agree with myself. That because the system's broken, the people that were putting claims in didn't even own the content they were claiming for. It was
Mm-hmm.
just chances doing it. It's definitely a broken
It's
system.
a
Of
it's a
course, you
shot in
risk
the dark.
yeah, it's
Shot in the
horrendous.
dark sometimes, but sucks. And I don't understand why. I mean, this has been going on for who knows how long, and this broken system and I don't understand why they why Google, YouTube, and by extension Google LLC refuses to fix it. It's shit.
Yeah.
They've been told over and over again by big creators, even the likes of PewDiePie, I think that is fix this and they don't. Maybe
Well, it's
could it be that they are afraid of these big media companies?
I think they've just got too big to be able to police themselves.
Mm.
If ever I had a problem and I wanted to speak to somebody, um, my channel was never big. It was never massive, but it still had about 60,000 subscribers, which is, some people would use that to, and try and make a living off it. Some people that would have been very serious. And whenever I had a problem and I needed to speak to someone, all I could get was an automated chatbot. That's all I could get. And then I'd be given an email address and I'd just get automated emails. And you just couldn't find a real person to speak with. So even if you had a proper issue and you were perfectly in the right, there's nothing you could do about it. It's just so automated. There's a real problem with it.
Yeah. In the chat, there's Jens saying, as long as creators still upload content to YouTube, won't change. I don't think. I think that's not far from the truth. So because
It is. But
maybe they could it be that their logic is something along the lines of, as long as people use our services, we don't have to change.
Well, at the end of the day, it makes no difference to YouTube's profit because an ad gets served on your video,
Mm.
and whether the creator's portion of that ad goes to the person who made the video or the person who's put the claim in, YouTube still get their cut, don't they? And like for example, yourself, I know your channel isn't monetized yet, but those companies who have put in a claim on the videos on your channel because they put a claim on it.
Mm.
I think now, I might be wrong, so maybe someone might correct me, but I think now the rules have changed. So YouTube can serve ads on that video
Yes,
if the
that's
claim
true.
is monetized. Yeah.
That's true.
So
YouTube, for some reason, they can arbitrarily put some random ads without me knowing it. They won't even tell me. I have no idea as of right now. I have no idea if there are any ads running on my other 242 videos. Could be, might not, might be, but yeah, until I get that 1,000 subscribers, which I hopefully get at some point, and that 4,000 hours of viewing time, then I'll get my share of that. But until then, it's just YouTube making money. money
You
out
know,
of my videos.
th- they've changed the criteria now, for that.
Yeah,
So for full monetization, you do need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. But for partial monetization, so you can have members, super chats, that kind of stuff, have
yeah.
a merchandise shelf and all that, you only need 500 and 3,000 viewing hours. You only need 500 subscribers.
And how many?
So did that
And
at
how many
3,000
viewing hours? 3,000?
3,000,
3,000
yeah.
hours. Okay. Well, I'm still far, very far from that kind of statistics. I can tell you that. Hmm. um, as of right now, I have 857 public viewing hours. So I'm still and 192 subscribers. So I'm still far away, very far away from that. But I hope I'll uh, I'll get there at some point.
It'll come. I mean, I've changed now. I just treat it so much as a hobby. I've got
Mm.
a little channel with I don't really do much on, but on a Thursday night I do streaming with. You're familiar with JL Warren and
Yes, I've heard of him.
Charlie Wells, and we
Yeah.
do like a rotating thing on a Thursday night. I enjoy that. That's fun, and I've never enjoyed YouTube more. I'm not making regular videos. I'm not making any money off it, but it's just fun. It's just a fun stream. We do silly challenges. What's the best horror film? What's the best spin-off you've ever seen? And we just have a laugh, and it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying YouTube a lot more since I stopped thinking of it as like a part of my business. You know what I mean? I got rid of that side, and it's just this kind of stuff. You just sit down, have a chat, have a laugh, and then it's over. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, and I do have a full-time job, which
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you do.
so I'm not trying to make a living out of this, and even if I did, I probably would never succeed into making a full-time job out of this, given the content that I make. If I made content like something like PewDiePie makes, then in that case, or Linus Tech Tips, or Linus Media Group in general, then I would be able to make a living. But I don't need. I do have a Patreon page, and link is in the description and in the chats for my viewers. So if I get something little from there, that's fine, but that's just some extra.
Yeah, I think I would always try and make money outside of that kind of thing, because I remember speaking. I won't name who it was, but I was speaking to another creator who was doing YouTube full time, and they were doing very well out of it for sure. But then it suddenly became, you released a video, and rather than thinking, oh, this video's done well, or this video is a little bit underperforming, every time a video underperformed, it becomes really stressful, because that's a decrease in wage. And like, is this a sign that the algorithm's turning? Because this is my livelihood and all that. And it's, yeah, to me, it would have been too stressful. I did have a tinker at one point. I thought, do I go full time? And then for about 2 weeks, I was really weighing it up, and then I just thought, no, I don't.
Yeah,
because I don't think I could have handled the stress of living.
Yeah, it's always a matter of, you don't know how the algorithm behaves next month.
Yeah.
It's always 1 month at a time. So, as they say, one paycheck to another. You can't. I wouldn't be able to. Mentally, I couldn't do it. Even if I physically could, my head just couldn't do it. Being so uncertain. Now I know that I will be paid at least an X amount of money, and if I do, the more weekends and nights I do, the more money I get. That is something that I can rely upon. Which on YouTube, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I put in 500, 200 hours a month, 300 hours a month into this, versus I might not get paid enough from ads and Patreon, etc., to make the end, to make the ends meet, if you will.
But the fun bit is about the community that's kind of built around. So I mean, I've got the chat closed. Let me just open the thing. So, oh, Claire's here now. Actually, Claire.
Yeah.
So I've got the screen on a bit. So yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Golden Skeptic. So Icarus.
Yeah,
I've got a feeling I know what that is.
and for example, I've had my few few people there who are always or almost always there in my chats. I can just a handful of people, but they're always there. And for example, Jens uh, is always pretty much always there in my chats every single time. And I've actually met him in real life. So this goes beyond Jens being me babbling onto a camera and Jens listening to me and writing in the chat. We met in Berlin last year. So actually,
Nice.
Jens traveled several hours from another part of Germany just to see me. So it's still unbelievable that someone actually traveled a long way to see me in Berlin, where it was my first time there, and then Jens shows up. Hello,
I didn't realize you were based in Germany.
me.
Yeah, I thought you were based in Finland. I
I
don't know why I
am,
got
but I
that.
was visiting Berlin. I was
Oh, you were
visiting.
visiting Berlin.
Yeah, yeah. I was visiting Berlin last year. We went to see Daddy Freyr, who was representing Iceland in Eurovision 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. And he lives. He's Icelandic, but he lives in Berlin. So he had a concert um, in Berlin, and we went to see it.
I was going to bust out my German on you then and see if we could string a couple of sentences, but no.
I understand
Not what
some
you are.
German, but yeah, my I could try with my piss poor Dutch, but that wouldn't be too much of
Well,
sense.
I don't know any Dutch. This is unfortunately, this is my time. I've
This
got
is your
a
time,
very
yes.
start, unfortunately. But it's been
But
nice to Bob on to see you again. Happy birthday.
thank you very much,
Happy.
and I will see you later on. I'll drop in a message at some point later this week regarding some ideas that I have on maybe on possible future collaboration.
But I will be probably off, other than the Thursday night stream.
Mhm.
I'll probably not be doing anything until I've got a big couple of months coming up, but so maybe after Christmas
Yeah,
I'll get
maybe after
back to.
Christmas, but I'll share some ideas later on, and then you can comment.
Sounds good. Well, happy birthday, and I'm going to go. I'm going to get my tea and get straight to bed.
All right,
Early rise tomorrow. Okie
all right.
dokie. But happy
Thanks a
birthday.
million. See ya.
See you later. Bye bye.
And there it was. There it was then with okay, let's put transform fit screen. There we have it. That was conspiracy cats, boulder cats, culture cats. How are my darlings doing? We didn't look too much into the chat. So Jens, well, saying about the Ahoy Gentle People, an homage to Plan of Walk and Mr. 42. And Cat is a legend, he really is. Physics teacher who couldn't stand still, indeed. And we have Golden Skeptic saying YouTube is a joke. In many ways, it is, yes. Okay. Clearview says everything gets applied arbitrarily and you cannot speak to a person, probably referring to um, the not being able to speak to an actual person if you have a problem with uh, pretty much anything on YouTube. Okay, that's and and we have a really good side. Is no pressure. Yeah, don't disregard the NASA shield checks. What NASA shield checks? I don't get any. I had no idea what you're talking about. Greetings from other part of Germany. Yes. So, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and leave a like to this video. And I will be taking a technical break. Okay. Sorry for taking so long. Now, more water and whiskey. Scotch single malt. Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. aged 12 years. Always so good. So, I think it was very nice having cats on my channel. It's been a year, I think. It's called Bulb Blair. Yes, special whiskey. Actually, I bought this particular product from Heathrow Airport. uh, when I visited London in late May, I went there to see the Warning band. It's a Mexican rock band. It was a private concert in London. It was so good. Let's see if I can get. Let's see if Mr. 42. I'll just ask him. Okay, if there are any other people who might want to join the live stream, I can provide a link. I can provide a link for you if there are people who want to come on camera or use an avatar, which is also possible on this special occasion. Okay. If there are people who might want to come on, I can provide a link. If there are people who want to join me on this special occasion, on this very special occasion. Okay. Okay. So let's see. So we have this is the very first, as I said, this is actually the play. We lived in at a different place. We have moved since a bigger apartment. It was just 47 square meters, 2 rooms, and a tiny kitchen. And now we have uh, 77 square meters and a proper kitchen. We had one balcony. Now we have 2 balconies, which is nice. So we have okay, and then I had with Susan Brewer, very charming lady, very charming, and the guest stuff that I had been mainly in the first season or the beginnings. So, and then I had the second video with cats, and then Arthur. There's my mom. Then Jenny Morgan, a trans woman who came out in the 70s, and Susan lived through the time of Stonewall riots, and her sister was actually at the riots, at the Stonewall riots. And then I had the uh, a number of guests. I had Jenny Morgan again, and then I had two other Finnish queer women, and then trans atheist. I had slash Borg skeptic. I've had her. Hang on, once, twice, 3 times. I think 3 times. I think So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I had Bob the Science Guy. Then Arthur Weber, Charming Man. I've had him twice. Twice on my channel. Okay. So, and then then I had, after that, oh, Borg Skeptic was there. So for the four times I've had. Then I can't remember when I had cats for I've had cats 3 times. Um, then I actually had Bishanti with me, charming person. And somewhere around here, I'm not entirely sure, but at some point here I started using Streamlabs. So I can't remember when I had. Was I? Yes, it's been first anniversary. I can't remember it, and I used a lot of green screen. It's still there in the background, but it's not uh, practical in this in my current room. It's not practical, and it's not in the best of shape. So, and it's hell of a hassle just to set it up. Like I set it up, and then I go for a pee. Nothing changes except me stepping out for a pee. And when I come back 2 minutes later, it's it's I have to start from the beginning. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. So um I've decided to I decided to stop using it, and I got rid of the stand because the stand was broken. The knobs were broke. The tightening knobs were broken. So it was a fucking nightmare to get it up up and working. It was never enough. It was never enough. So okay. 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 So this joke probably doesn't work. That's not probably something lost in translation. But why did John throw amphetamine in the lake? He wanted to get the fish hooked. Yeah. Another stupid fish joke, but it works only in Finnish. It doesn't. It. I'm not even trying to translate it. So let's see. Let's see if what we have. Okay. No new subscribers. So unless the people who haven't subscribed and are now watching haven't subscribed. So, if you haven't subscribed, please do so now. Ooh, I think. Oh, we have. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Ooh, you were so. What? What the actual fuck is going on with your face?
Reality kicks in, man.
Oh, how long did I keep you waiting?
A few minutes. I was just.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
It,
You were
it,
telling a
it,
joke about fish getting hooked on
yeah.
special stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because it didn't give me a notification that you were on.
Oh, I'm
So
patient, always fine.
I'm drinking whiskey.
Okay. So the required introduction. Good day, gentle people. It's your favorite Mr. 42.
Okay.
There
Let
we
me
go.
have. I'll put you on the chat as well. There we go.
On my screen, I have the chat already on the side.
Have.
So what's going on? And congratulations on 3 years of your channel.
It's been one hell of a ride for 3 years. As I was saying with cats, I still have very little subscribers, but it's something that could be expected after 3 years, given my topics. But hopefully, I'll get to the point of getting monetized at some point. So,
yeah.
So this probably won't show you. You won't probably see this, but I will try.
I have the YouTube stream itself also open on my television, so I can see what's going on. Just muted, of course. Ooh, that's me.
Let me out!
Let me out! I don't hear it, but I know what I said.
There we go.
Yeah.
I still have it on my stream deck here, so.
Cool.
Let's put the chat box back. So I had fun with cats for half an hour, and we have some people, some nice people in the chat. We've had some people that I have not encountered before.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if they're still on, but there's been Golden Skeptic, BLR, Icarus, and Clairview.
Let's see if I can.
What did it?
Eyes up. Yes, there we go.
There we go.
I can do that shit live as well. Let me out. Let me out. Yeah, there's no sound effects.
But tell me to those who haven't been following the YouTubes and don't know who you are, tell them, who are you?
Cool. Well, I'm your favorite Mr. 42 because you only know one, so that is easy. I used to make videos on flat Earth, anti-flat Earth, of course, because I'm not pro-flat Earth. I do plan on coming back, but life is going on. My last video, I think it was in December already or something. That's basically me. I'm a Dutch guy living in Germany. That's in short who I am.
Yeah.
Not sure what people would
you've
like to
been
know.
basically for the last video you've got is from 8 months ago.
Yeah, that was.
It says our son in 2022 in 4K as seen from SDO.
I don't really call that as a video of mine because that is mostly automated. I just uploaded it to my channel for the year.
What is SDO?
SDO is, I forgot, that is what's that?
Suck dick organization.
No, absolutely not. It's a solar dynamics observatory.
And then Himawari 8 is the
That's
geostationary satellite.
Yeah, that's the
But
Japanese.
let's remember, satellites aren't real. Space isn't real. Those are just weather balloons. Yeah.
Yeah, in
No,
one
no, hey,
place
people,
for
not
many
really.
years.
No, don't believe that. It's shit.
Yeah, they hover in one place for many years. That's what
Yes,
balloons do.
that's what they do.
Yeah. So
So,
that is all, of course, computer generated.
of course it
We all
is.
know that.
Of course it is. You've been on my channel, like in a video per se, once, I think.
In a
Or twice.
video,
Once or twice, anyway.
yeah, once for sure. I'm thinking it was twice or no.
Yeah, but okay, it was the Utrecht thing.
Yeah,
Utrecht thing, I can't find it now, but somewhere. It's not one of the 48 recorded episodes.
it was a while ago.
Let's
Yeah,
let
and we had
me.
some fun
Yeah,
with audio.
but
The first recording
yes,
session.
we had Dutch LGBT plus history. We had that. I distinctly remember doing something about the some um, trials in people being tried in Utrecht.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure if it was. It could have been just the same video, but
it could
anyway.
have been. Yeah, I think we did one then actually. But I have appeared live on your streams before.
Huh?
We have done live streams
Possible.
where I
Yeah,
appeared.
I think
That I know.
I think we have. Yes, so it's at least twice then,
Yeah.
which is nice. I I'm still not really good at this. I've been trying for 3 years, getting better, but I'm still shit. But yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get more or less regular stuff out, or well, regularly, but there is something called actual work, paid work that I have to do
Yeah, that
alongside
always
YouTube.
gets in my way as well.
Yeah, so I haven't done anything in 2 weeks because I've had to work, because that's what they paid me for, because I get only like €5 a month from €4 or €5 a month from Patreon, and
Okay.
that doesn't pay the bills.
No. It might get you one beer. That's something. Depends on the beer for a beer channel, but
Yeah, it's horrible. You know, you get maybe one can of Pilsner for €4 here, so it's.
yeah.
By the way, your video is frozen for some reason.
Sorry, come again?
Your video is frozen.
Oh, my video is. Oh, yeah, I see. It's on my end as well. Let me try to fix that.
And it's been one hell of a ride for 3 years. I mean, I started with what I started with was a browser based streaming platform. It's called StreamYard. I started with StreamYard at 720p, and now I'm running Streamlabs OBS at with 20. I had no chat on the screen. I had none of the bells and whistles that I have now.
Yeah, it's a big
Because
difference from
I have
before.
the snowing and
Yeah.
background, because I'm using the Streamlabs OBS, and
Okay.
now I have the and now I have a computer that is capable of streaming at 4K. So
Okay, well, that's pretty cool.
yeah. Back then I was running on the a shitty 720p webcam, a single one, from Microsoft. Microsoft webcam. Now I have two 1080p, and back then I was running on a stock Ryzen 7 stock cooler, and now I'm running on liquid cooling,
Okay.
etc. So I'm making progress. I'm making evolution. My channel is evolving. I am evolving.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm running still on a laptop, so,
Uh-huh.
and my camera doesn't want anymore. Interesting.
Well, laptops can be nice,
Yeah, can be.
but some
Absolutely.
not so much.
Well, at least I got a good one, so yeah, got that going for me.
Now you have like 0 video out on.
Yeah, I stopped it for a moment.
And in the chat, there is Germany is a big place. There are at least 16 places in Germany. Would you agree that there are at least 16 places in Germany?
There are at least 16 places in Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, at least 16 places in Germany.
Yeah.
Yes. Another other part. I'm in between both seas, says Jens. Interesting. Ooh,
I'm myself in another part as well than that. So yeah.
I'm in another part of Europe, and there are more than 16 places in Europe. And in Finland there are more than one place, and I'm in the other place. So, if you haven't done so already, please go and check Mr. 42. Sorry, not there. Wrong place. There. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, go check Mr. 42's channel. There's a link in the chat, as well as Katz's channel. And please leave me a like if you haven't done so already, and subscribe, and check the links in the description box below. While we do that, okay, I'll check the chat. So it's been the 3 years on YouTube. It's been a really rough ride in many ways, because I've had my ups and downs in a way. In that I've had desperate moments of desperation, like why isn't anyone watching my shit, and am I this shitty of a YouTuber because nobody's watching me? But when the views have been down, but eventually people have actually watched my stuff enough that I've had the motivation to keep going.
Okay.
Keep going what I do, and I want to see you back doing your stuff too. Back.
Yeah, me too. It worked for a second. Sorry.
Do you have any idea when you'll be back doing your stuff?
Not really, but at least I'm now in a position that I have set up my microphone and camera again, which is different from 1 or 2 weeks ago. It's pretty recent. Since my last video, I moved twice, for example. So I had
I've been following that much.
Yeah, a lot going on. So I have now set up my stuff again. I did make an introduction for a new video already, but I was having sound issues because the room is not very decorated and there was an echo. I'm still working on that, but at least there is progress and changes. So I'm hoping to be back pretty soon.
Yeah,
Um,
and as I've said previously, I I haven't posted anything in 2 weeks until now. Oh, hey, Liam. Liam, thanks. Anyway, because I've had to work, I'm switching from working both evening and night shifts to working only night shifts due to health reasons. So,
okay. No, I
uh,
cannot make my camera work, but I got something on screen.
okay, that's okay now.
Yeah, that's
Another
camera is a
another
no-go for now, but let's forget
yeah,
that.
another time then
Yeah.
with your camera. Anyway, so as starting from this week Sunday, I will be working only night. I may have a random evening shift here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but regardless, it's mostly nights. And when I work, if I happen to work the Friday, Saturday night, I won't be able to do my random Friday, but I will do my best to get those videos out as recorded episodes because I will have, I'll probably work 5 nights and then 5 nights and then 4 off. So, or
Right.
four plus 3. So I will have some extra time off on my hands, so I will be able to make at least some, to replace at least some um, um, random Friday videos that I won't be able to make, as well as um, the Mental Monday and so forth. But would you like, or can you give us any hints of what you might be making your next video on?
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm currently I started working on a well. What I did, I went into a flat Earth Discord channel,
Oh dear.
and they were having a big discussion among themselves, and I made a sound recording of that. And they were actually against each other, so that's pretty funny. And one of the guys became very angry. So what I was planning to do is take all his voice clips and make that into a
Yeah.
fake interview where he becomes very angry by my questions. That was the idea for now,
Yeah. Okay.
without
So
saying any names.
without saying any names, and how did you manage to do this? Where you must have been using some kind of an alias.
Yes, I do have a second account. I did never mean to create it for this kind of purposes. The idea was I'm creating a Discord bot
Uh-huh.
program, and sometimes I need to have a non-admin interact with it to test functions. That was the main function of that whole account. But then I was like, hey, let's join some flat Earth stuff. I never talk, I never type in those channels. I'm
Hmm.
not looking for confrontation, but it is sometimes funny to spy a little bit what is
Of
going
course,
on,
of
what is
course.
the ideas. So yeah, that is basically what I did.
So yeah, I've been thinking that maybe I should do something like that and go to some turf or turf servers or something like that, but it's still a work in progress. And Liam says, yeah, the crossover from day to night shift and back can be brutal. Yes, it is. But now I'm shifting, as I said, I'll start doing only nights, so it'll be a bit easier. What what exactly is your profession outside of being an awesome YouTuber?
Okay, I work as a support engineer for a company doing online security.
Okay, so not have you been doing that for for a long time?
This company I started working last year in June.
But in this support engineer thing.
Well, yeah, but there was a break for some years. When I moved to Germany, I basically ended up doing something else without me wanting to. I started working indirectly for Microsoft for 2 years, but
Mhm.
then Microsoft broke the contract with the company I worked for,
Uh-huh.
and then I ended up in selling healthcare supply stuff. That's more. So
That's
I've done
something
that for a
quite.
few years. That's completely different.
That's something very different.
Yeah, it has been a wild ride,
Yeah.
but now I'm back with this stuff, so I'm happy.
All
Hey
right.
Nimrod.
So it's something that you have a formal training for.
Yes, absolutely. I've done that also for many years earlier.
Mhm.
Not on this level. I'm now a bit more advanced stuff that I'm doing right now. In the beginning, it was a bit hard, but
Advanced
I'm still able to learn. Yay! Even at my age.
advanced math. Now you can. Are you at the point in your life that where you can um convert meters into kilometers?
It's dividing by 10, right? No, kidding. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's good to know that they teach you that in Dutch schools.
Uh, well, that is just very basic stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, well, apparently we have Arwin who has gone through the Dutch system to some extent, so it could be
It's a
something
disgrace.
a lot
Yeah,
worse.
it's a disgrace.
Disgrace of the Dutch. Oh, we have. By the way, we have Nimrod and Arthur. Ooh, Arthur, we have. Um, let's see.
Arthur Weber.
Arthur Weber. Yes, you know him.
No.
No,
I just applied the German accent to his name for some reason.
he's Romanian, I think.
Okay.
Okay, and
Welcome, Arthur.
okay, and then we have. Let's see. Let's see. You on.
Na na na
Okay.
na.
Yes,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
it has been. What I talk about has been heavily influenced by religious fundamentalism, which is still this statement is very, very much true. But this is from a brief insert from a video I did with Arthur 2 years ago on October 17th, 2020. So it's all been almost 3 years now. So this is still the time that I just had basically two light bulbs
Mm-hmm.
on both sides because I didn't have anything better to get my green screen working. And this was back in the day that where I still use my the StreamYard, the browser based shit. So
Okay.
now I use Streamlabs OBS, which is the desktop based, and now I have all the bells and whistles to do stuff.
Okay. Yeah. That is probably fine for you. I have a bit of a little quirk in myself. I'm not
Uh-huh.
using any Windows.
Oh yeah, you're
Just to make it
using
myself
Linux.
as hard as possible sometimes.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
There is. I know that there is, or at least was, um, a Linux version of Streamlabs OBS.
There is OBS Studio that is still running on
Yes.
Linux. What you look at now is the logo and the spectralizer. That is all in OBS Studio on Linux.
Okay.
Native, so
So
that part works.
StreamYard is paid. Arthur says StreamYard is paid, which OBS Studio is not, and Streamlabs Streamlabs OBS is also free unless you choose to pay the
Yeah.
premium,
Yeah.
which is like 18 euros a month, and that gives you a lot of other things that the basic free version doesn't. Windows is a game loader, says Jens, and
Yeah, he's right. That's how I sometimes use it, although more and more games are able to run on Linux as well.
let's see, StreamYard pricing. Yeah, there's a free version. Yeah, but the thing here is that the free version, it has a StreamYard logo. You can't get it off. You can't. It's limited to 720p and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's if you pay monthly, it's 49. The professional one is 49 euros a month. So there's no way I wanna pay anything for that.
That's understandable with only, yeah.
Yeah, I mean 49 euros a month. No, or 39 a month if you pay annually, but that's
Yeah,
wouldn't pay.
I was paying before for melonapp.com, but that is now talkstudio.streamlabs.com, I see.
Yeah, Melon. Yeah, I think for hang on, let me see. Streamlabs. I think if you pay the premium for Streamlabs,
Yeah.
you can also use their the browser based thing that you can what the hell is it called?
Talk Studio.
Huh?
It's Talk Studio for me.
Yeah, it's something. There's a browser based thing.
Yeah.
I just cannot remember what it's called because it was Melon. It was called Melon, the
It was called
browser-based
Melon,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, it was that was paid version. If you wanted to do only that, if you didn't have the hardware to run the app or the desktop program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it does make it pretty easy, and I've used it a
Yeah,
lot
it's
in the
not as
past.
heavy.
Yeah. And I paid for a year, so I have an active subscription actually.
Yeah. And yeah, but and then you can actually it's a bit primitive, but there is some if you pay the premium for Streamlabs, you can hang on. Yeah, it's I can't find it right now, but yeah, it's there's a very primitive way of creating thumbnails with Streamlabs, but I don't like it. It's just too primitive.
Okay, I've never used that.
Me neither. I don't want to use it. I'd rather use something else. But yeah, that is how it is.
It is how it is. Absolutely correct.
Do you have any other plans for your channel besides this video you mentioned?
Well, right now I'm focusing more on getting my life back on the wheels.
Okay.
My channel is not something I plan. I never planned anything for my channel anyway. It's always has been video by video that I've done without much planning ahead. and
So,
that will
yeah.
not change for
Mm.
sure.
So I've been my plans for my channel is hopefully to keep going for another year at least and make several, if not weekly, at least several videos a month and grow my channel to make perhaps getting it monetized at some point, making the 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of viewing time.
That would be cool, yeah.
But that is something that is in the distant future.
Well, you never know. You
Well,
might
yes,
make
you never
the
know
you
because
might make that one video that suddenly gets a lot of traction, and it might be next week. For
yeah, it could be next week.
you
I don't
never
know.
know.
It's been quite slow anyway. But hey, dear people, it's your favorite Hades corner. I think it's time for me to go.
I
Time
heard
for me
what you
to
did
go
there.
today. I'm super tired. I had a fucked up day at work.
Mm.
Uh, Literally quite shitty. So, so I think it's time to go. For today, there will be another video this week. So look out for that. And Mr. 42, please hold on the line while I end this stream. I'll get back to you
Will
ASAP.
do.
And my dear viewers, like this video, check the links in the description box, Patreon, PayPal, playlists, and so forth. And subscribe. Bye bye.